But I want to talk about the draft that you had with the Islanders. So how's this? Okay, so um, you have the really bad first year, and as a result of that, 30 points in that first year, you get to draft a guy named Dennis Potvin. Worked out pretty good, right? Then you got he wins the Calder Trophy. Then Brian Trottier, he wins the Calder Trophy. Mike Bossy wins the Calder Trophy. Now these are three guys. One's from Ontario, one's from the Western League, and one's from the Quebec League. Obviously, you and the scouts were doing a fantastic job scouting these guys up, picking these guys in the first round, and look what happened to them all.
Well, you're right. It's very unusual to have three Calder Trophy winners in what a 7 or 8 year period, quite frankly. Now, to be very fair, Dennis Potvin was a no-brainer. We finished dead
Right.
last in our expansion year, and he was a consensus number one. So, a little hard to take any credit, but boy, he turned out to be a franchise player for sure, and really got the Islanders up and running. Trottier and Bossy were a lot different. Trottier was taken in the second round. Now, the reason he was taken in the second round was because at the time we were drafting, it was a 20-year-old draft. The World Hockey Association came in 1974, and they started to poach 18-year-olds, 7 or 8 of the very best
Mm-hmm.
18-year-olds. So they got in ahead of the NHL. And so because of that, the NHL reacted quickly and in 1974 said, all right, in order to counteract the WHA, we'll allow you to take one 18-year-old in the first or second round. So we had the fourth pick in 1974, and the first round guy just passed away very sadly a couple of weeks ago, Clark Gillies from the Regina
Mm-hmm.
Pats. And he was pretty much a consensus high draft pick. So again, I would be remiss in taking a lot of credit at fourth overall. Gillies, I think most people would have taken him there. But we had a bird dog out west in Swift Current, and he kept talking to me all year about this young 18-year-old kid, young Indian kid playing for Swift Current with 2 years of junior to go, but what his potential was, what his upside was, and his name was Brian Trottier. So we took a chance. We took Brian Trottier in the second round. And, Joe, if you think about getting a Potvin and then the next year you get a Clark Gillies and you get a Brian Trottier, and our bird dog in Swift Current was bang on about Trottier. A little bit of a gamble at that point in time. But boy, oh boy, here we are 3 years into the league, and we've gone from last place to becoming a pretty good playoff team, not a Stanley Cup team, but a pretty good team. So that was a heck of a haul for us.